Hi, Bradley Quartz here again, talking to you from Memphis, Tennessee. One of the areas we work in at the Quartz Law Firm includes forced entry and detainer warrants, or FEDs. An FED is essentially the way a landlord attempts to evict you from your home, or it could be a bank evicting you from your home after a foreclosure. One of the things we can represent you on in a landlord-tenant situation is if you're served with a forced entry and detainer warrant. There are many options available in terms of negotiation and also appearing at court. In Tennessee, larger counties such as Shelby County have the Landlord-Tenant Act that apply. And if your landlord has not followed the terms of the Landlord-Tenant Act, it could be a defense to a forced entry and detainer, among other things, and among possible damages on your part. Obviously, paying rent on time is the best way to avoid forced entry detainer warrant, and that is something that you should take very seriously. There are no quote-unquote grace periods that people talk about. Usually your contract controls. Sometimes landlords are lenient, but often if you read their contract, it says even if we're lenient once doesn't mean we will be lenient again. So even though they may have let you pay late several times, all of a sudden they may change their mind. If it's in the contract, that's generally acceptable, and your options may be limited in that case. One of the other things, if you have a forced entry detainer warrant and you really need to stay in your property, you really want to stay in the place that is reasonable for you. Sometimes in a Chapter 13 we can save your lease, and I call it the pay to stay technique or tactic that we use. Oftentimes if we agree to allow the landlord to come right back in without having to file a forced entry detainer if you fall behind again, that can get us the position where we can put the old payments into an arrearage payment and pay that back at 100% throughout the plan, which is over 60 months, and that may allow you to stay in the property. And once you're back in good graces with the landlord and there's cash coming back in, many times they'll let you stay there. Of course, when your lease runs out, they don't have to renew. They can give you notice pursuant to your contract or your lease. So there are a lot of things we can do if you get served with what's called an FED, or a forced entry and detainer warrant, especially in Shelby County. We oftentimes send letters to people when we see that they're going to be evicted. A lot of people don't even know that that might be the case. So if you get a letter from us, or if you just want more information, call us at the Quartz Law Firm. We'll be glad to help you. Thanks.